so I don't actually know what I'm calling this video because originally my plan was to do a like read it or unhaul it. I was like, that would be good, I can get rid of books, get through some books on my physical TBR that have been there for years at this point. However, then I was thinking and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna throw books away. Not, I wouldn't throw them away anyway. I would either, I don't know what I would do with them actually, but I didn't want to lie and be like, okay, I'm gonna unhaul this and then just leave it on my shelves because that's stupid. So now I don't know if I'm gonna do read it or unhaul it, if I'm going to, like, I was gonna say like randomly picking my TBR or with the book, my next read. I don't know. You'll know because you can see the title of the video, but I don't know what I'm calling it at this point, so I don't know what to tell you right now. Being like, oh, this video we're doing this. I know what we're doing. Basically what we're doing is I have a mug. It's a Christmas mug. She is. And I have all the books my physical TBR in this mug on little pieces of paper. There is some in here that I have read because I made the mug. I put these papers in the mug months ago because I was like, oh, I'll do this video now. I have to stop that. I am filming this intro a bit for, oh my god, there's so many flies here, I can't do this. Let me tell you about the flies. There was 5 flies in my room yesterday. I've killed 1 and I put 3 out the window, which was quite good of me because usually I just kill everything. Went over before I started this to get a drink of my water. 3 flies on the rim of my glass, so I'm not drinking that anymore and I don't know what to, how did they even get in here? I closed my window because I didn't want them in here and now they're back. Anyway, I'm gonna pick a book or name of the book from here. For series, if it's like a 5-book series, I put this first name of the book in here 5 times, or I put the name of the series in 5 times, or the author, you know what I mean. I just go to, when I pick that out, I'll go to the next one of the series if I'm in the series. I might be starting a new series, who knows. I don't. I am actually really nervous about this because I put off books that I want to like. So if I think I'm gonna like a book, I just don't read it. And today might be the day that I pick that book out. Okay. I also just added all the new books that I bought recently, so what do I do? I'm scared. Okay, one fell on the floor, but I picked this one with my hands. I'm gonna use this one. Should we read the one that was on the floor too? Just to see what I could have gotten if I picked that one. This is the one from the floor, so I'm not reading this one. Okay, Charlie Love and Cliches. I wouldn't have been mad if I got that, but I know Sarah gave it like 2 stars, so actually maybe not. This is one we're reading. I'm so scared. Okay. So I got The House. Can you read that? The House in the Cerulean Sea? Cerulean Sea? I don't know. Let me get it. Here it is. This is like, I think it's a fantasy, but more like a cozy fantasy. Actually, I have no idea. I think it's like magical children. Should I read the back? I don't know what this book is about. I think it's like magical children and he's going to an orphanage where 6 dangerous children reside. I've honestly no idea, but I've had this book for quite a while now and I knew when I wanted to get into my fantasy like properly, I was going to probably read this first. So I'm not actually mad that we're going to be reading this one. And I've heard really good things about this. I haven't heard a bad thing. So I'm not starting this right now because I'm filming this intro a little bit in advance. But I'm going to read that because I'm in the middle of 2 other books right now. But I'll be back in probably like a week from today. It'll be 2 seconds for you when I'm actually going to start this book. Okay, this might be a little bit wobbly because I have you just balancing because I can't. I've nowhere else to put you. My car is like a weird, there's no flat place to put you, so if I move, is it wobbling? I don't know. Anyway, for me it's been, I don't even know how long since I did that intro. It's been a while because I was in a reading slump and I didn't want to read the book. But now I've started the book, so I gotta update you. I'm in my car because I think I've said it before, I don't like to film when there's other people in the house, and today, I have a couple days a week where I know no one's going to be there, today being one of those days, and my sister decided not to go to school today, so here we are. I've brought myself to the beach. I say the beach, I'm in an empty car park near the beach, because I don't want anyone to see me doing this, because even though like no one cares, but I care. I have been reading The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.G. Klune. I am 96 pages in. I started the other day, and I wanted to update before I read anymore. I'm going to sit here for a little bit and read too. I feel like I can give you a summary of the book now, since when I picked the book up, I didn't know what it was about. It's basically about this man, and he works for the department in charge of magical youth, so just like magical children. He has to go to different like orphanages. Is that how you say it? Orphanages? I don't know. And like do a report and make sure that the orphanage can stay open and they're doing their job. But there's one orphanage that the man like in charge of children doesn't really do the reports properly. So this man, his name is Linus, that's what I'm calling him anyway, he is called up to like the head office, head people, and they're told, okay, you're gonna go to this orphanage for a month and just like observe them and give us reports because the man in charge of them isn't doing it. And these children are kind of classified as dangerous. So at the part of the book now, he just got there and he's meeting all of these children. I will say it's taking me a second to pick up all the names and the different characters. I'm not like a fantasy reader. I don't read fantasy. I haven't read a fantasy book in years. So I feel like it's taking me a while to pick up all the different characters and their names. And I think also these children, all of them are so different. Like they are like proper magical children. Like one of them can turn into a dog. Like they're not real, like they're not like normal children. The writing I'm actually really enjoying. It is in third person, which when I first picked the book up I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but I'm actually not minding it being in third person. I sometimes forget that it's even in third person. But I've come here, I'm gonna sit and I want to read for quite a while. It is 3:45 right now. I wanted to get here earlier, but I was stuck behind a driver going 50 when the speed limit is 80, so it took me a little bit longer to get here, but I'm gonna stay here probably till about for like an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna go because I'm gonna be hungry for my dinner, so then I'll leave. I was thinking though, it's crazy because I got this book for Christmas, I think last year, so December 2024, and now we're in, when I'm filming this video, it's October, it's the end of October of 2025. That's 10 months this book has been my physical TBR, and honestly if I wasn't doing this video I probably wouldn't pick it up for God knows how long. Anyway, I'm gonna sit here now. I want to get this book finished. I'm gonna read a bunch today, and tomorrow, because Thursday is Tuesday, Thursday I want to start a different reading vlog. So I need to get this finished, but like I said, 96 pages in, and I'm gonna sit here until I reach maybe 150. I feel like I can get more in an hour and a half, but I do get distracted. It's also very scary filming like this. It's not in public. The car park is like pretty much empty. There's 2 cars in here, and one of them belongs to that old couple that are just walking around and they don't know what's going on, and the other one I don't know if there's people sat in it or not, and there's houses behind me which scare me. What if they can see? But no one's actually looking at me. I do think that the world revolves around me and everyone cares about what I'm doing, when really nobody cares. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna read, and I'll probably update you tomorrow, maybe later. If something crazy happens, maybe I'll update you, but probably tomorrow. I'm gonna come back here again tomorrow. Yes, I am. This is my new spot, I think, to read. I got my license, that's why I'm in my car, because before I was like, I can't film, but I did get my license 2 weeks ago. So now I have an opportunity to film in the car whenever I want and just drive to the beach. So I'll be back, probably in the same spot again tomorrow, or so you probably see me back here tomorrow when I have to update you again, because I'm gonna come here probably every day I can. So I'm gonna read, and I will talk to you probably either later or tomorrow. I guess we'll see. Well, the lighting is horrendous. It is now the next day. I didn't really actually want to yesterday. I kept getting distracted, but I'm now 200 pages in, so I have 180 pages left. I think there's 380 pages in this. 398, so I have 200 pages left pretty much. I'm really enjoying it compared to yesterday. Like I was enjoying it yesterday, but today I'm a bit more obsessed. I'm not sure why, but something about the book feels very nostalgic to me, and it's weird because I've never read or seen anything like this before, ever. But the way the story's written, the story's told, it's almost like I can, and the way I'm picturing it in my head, it's like a movie I watched or would have watched when I was 8 or 9 years old. And that's not saying that it's childish or you shouldn't read it because it's for children, it's not. But it's giving that nostalgic feeling. Like the only thing I can really think in my head is Nanny McPhee. Like picturing Nanny McPhee, and then not the magic of it. I don't really know how to describe this, but you know Nanny McPhee, when like she, like she's magical, she has her magic stick that she will like hit the floor with, but you're not questioning why it's magic is how it is. It's like this. It's like, or like Matilda, like she is able to move things with her mind, but you don't ever really like question why that's the thing. It's like these kids, and you're not questioning why they're like this or how they were like that. It's just how it is. And the way I'm picturing in my head is like a children's movie, like Matilda or Nanny McPhee or Willy Wonka. I just watched Willy Wonka the other day. Like the old movies that I watched when I was a child. That's what I'm picturing this as. I think that's why I'm loving it so much, because I love children's movies. Like I said, Willy Wonka I watched the other day. Now I really want to watch Nanny McPhee. So they're my updates. I'm really enjoying it. I think also seeing the characters change and their attitude towards Linus, who's the main character. Obviously, at the beginning, they're very standoffish of him. They don't want him there. And now, like, seeing him slowly being invited to things they're doing or included in things, like he's a friend and like he's meant to be on the island, is so good. I'm gonna read, finish this off, and I will be back probably when I'm finished. It is a couple of days since I have finished The House in Cerulean Sea, so now I feel like I can give you my final opinions. If I look like I'm looking around a lot, there is 3 other cars here. I come here pretty often. Well, this week I've come here pretty often and never has there been this many cars. And tell me why at 9:45 on a Sunday morning there's this many people here. I say 9:45, my clock on my car says 11:45 because the clocks did go back last night. Anyway, I finished A House in Cerulean Sea. I ended up rating this a 4 stars. I love this book. Like, it didn't give me the 5-star feeling, but I was obsessed. I was thinking the last like 100 pages of this book, like, it's very character driven. Like, there's not very much of a plot going on. Well, that's what I think. That's my opinion. I don't really know. And I was scared, like, the last 100 pages, like, what's gonna happen? Like, how are we gonna end the book? What's gonna happen to these characters? Like, is he just gonna leave? Is he gonna be like, okay, goodbye then? Like, I was really confused on what was gonna happen, but we did find some things out. Something was revealed to us and it made it a little bit more interesting. Like I said, this book is I loved it. It was very nostalgic, something that I would have watched when I was a child. Not that this is childish, but it just gives that like magic that you don't really question. I feel like in a fantasy book you're wondering why things are like this. You have, like, things are explained. So this is just, they're magic children, there's nothing to explain. It's just how they are. And it was great. But like I said at the beginning of the video, the middle of the video, I don't know. I definitely would not have picked this book up if I hadn't been filming this video. Like, I had no desire to read the book. I say no desire, like, it would have been, if I was to read a fantasy, it would have been that one I picked, but I don't think I would have started reading fantasy anytime soon. Now I'm in, like, I want to read some fantasies. So, with that being said, I'm really happy to do this video. I want to do another one soon. I want to do maybe one a month. We'll see. I don't know, but that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you so soon in the next one.